Hey guys, been thinking about making a video for a while now. Didn't really have an entry point. Tonight I found myself with some time and I'm gonna show off some 7 inches that I've had lying about for a couple months that I finally want to put away. Most of these fall under the experimental umbrella. You know, it's a loose term that can apply to so many different things, but the first one, this Berlin artist, I'll go with DSM as I haven't worked out the pronunciation yet, called Drum. And on the back it's described as being a series of pieces in which a single acoustic instrument is used for some short compositions. The source material is already unconventionally played, then processed with the usual analog and digital dispositives accessible. So I think these are all just processed drum sounds. Very interesting. You couldn't really tell that it's strictly only drums. I don't want to say it's noise, but it's probably closely related to noise if you were to describe that very generically. Again, I don't know the pronunciation, but I'll just say DSM. Next one is an artist that I've gotten quite a few releases from over the last year. I think he's American born, now located in France, but he might have started this, I guess, group, what he was going by, Small Cruel Party. Let's say found sounds, field recordings, just a lot of space, as if you're waiting for something to happen, but nothing really does. But still quite interesting if you have the patience. Small Cruel Party. Next one, it's a name that many people know, and I have a very huge fondness for this group, Nurse with Wounds, Stephen Stapleton. This is a 7-inch that came out, I think, in early spring. The first side, the first track, Shipwreck and Roll. Sometimes I can't get enough. I just play that on a loop. Another release by Small Cruel Party, To Have Been Seen. This next one was a 7-inch that came out a couple years ago, or reissued on Souffle Continu. French, sort of like spiritual jazz. I don't know the whole backstory of this. I'm not even that familiar with so many of the players that are on here. Probably should do a little bit more research. Again, for me, I don't really dig too deep into so much of the music. If I like how it sounds, I like how it sounds. And that's what I go off of. When I have time, I'll try to read up on things, but this one, haven't found the time for yet. There's a Japanese artist, Aub. He's passed away within the last decade. Another one that experimented with found sounds, vocals, water, what else? Pretty much anything that can be manipulated. I guess this would be, this is on Drone Records. This is a cool label. What a very nice 7 inches. This one, Rechant in Dakota. Many of the releases on Drone had colored vinyl. Next one is a group, I think there's 4 members. Life Garden from Arizona. It's heavily percussive. They have like worldly instrument influenced, Eastern influenced music. This one's also on drone, Plutonian Dub, and Chaos Lullaby. There are some vocals on here, but I mean, I don't know if they're like wordless vocals that sort of just hang inside the music. Very ethereal. But Life Garden out of Arizona. One of my favorite finds probably the last couple of years. There's some harsh noise. It's like the only picture this guy owned. Masana. I'm not even sure what I think of it. I do like some noise, but I guess I like noise with nuance. Sometimes I feel noise for the sake of noise is not going to do anything for me. Still not completely sold on this. Can be a good way to clear your head. It's like a palate cleanser. Yeah, Harshtronics, freak out ejaculation, a lot of perverse language and themes and so many noise music, so much noise music that's in a way a turn off. There's I think an American artist, forgot the guy's name, goes by Kirkenkampf. It's sort of dark ambient. It's probably the best way to describe the music he's making, but there's also something very like celestial and scientific about it. You can see by some of this cover art. You know, you have Nebula on one side and then Parasite on the other. So you get some astronomy and biology influenced tracks here. I mean, Faust. This is you know, one of my favorite groups. Probably the group that I'd say was my gateway into so many other things many years ago. And you know, I'm sort of forever beholden to them. Don't listen to them as much as I used to. Certainly not as much as other things. But this was a reissue of a single from a couple years back. So far, I think there's more reverb added to this. It's kind of unique sounding, especially if you're more familiar with the album version. Here's another small Cruel Party. Can't remember if this one's on Drone Records as well. Some clear vinyl. And then lastly, what I've had out, another one from Ob, Quadrotation. I think on this one, there's sort of like a reason for why all these are colored the way they are. The gray one, I think he used manipulated sounds made with metal. I'm not gonna go through all of them. Then you have one red. I think he's working with manipulating sounds of a heartbeat. And all these come with just a paper insert. There's a yellow. I think he's manipulating sounds made by like a buzzing fluorescent lamp. And then finally there's a blue 7-inch where he's working with sounds of water. Again, Ob, Quadrotation, 4 7-inches. All right. That's enough for me today. See you guys.